back again to talk a little NFL football.
Football.
We are deep into the
Season.
heart of the season of football now. We actually have to recap
Week 9.
Week 9 already and do a little
Week
preview
10.
for Week 10. Man, flying by, but it's football time and we love it. So let's jump right on in to our recap of Week 9. Thursday night football, we had San Francisco at Arizona, and it was a little bit of a close game.
San Francisco seemed like they were going to take their first loss of the season at the moment.
Yeah.
At that point of time.
But they found a way to squeak it out. That's what the good teams do. The only undefeated team in the NFC.
In the NFC. But we will save the undefeated discussion
For a little bit later. A little bit later, all right. Jumping right on into Sunday, we had the privilege to go to a football game this week.
Yes.
We went to the Tennessee Titans at the Carolina Panthers game, and it was a
really good atmosphere.
It was a really good atmosphere, great time, great weather, and it ended up great because you're a Panthers fan.
Oh, yeah, my boys on the back of Christian McCaffrey.
They've been on the back of Christian McCaffrey this entire year. And they did it again, 30 to 20.
It seems like he is arguably probably the best running back in the NFL right now.
He is so good, and I mean seriously. I mean he had a 58-yard run there at towards the end of the game. Got a little tweaked, injured, but man.
Other news: Cam Newton's on IR for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Cam Newton. I mean, when you that injury he's got in his foot
is serious.
It's a serious injury, and it's
a serious injury.
And they are really lucky that they've got a good backup quarterback
Kyle Allen.
That's went 5-1. That they don't have to rush Cam back. They can let him heal for the whole year because I think Cam's been hurt for 2 years now, somehow, some way. So we pray for Cam. Hope he gets better.
But the Titans have some kicking woes and some play calling woes as well.
Yes, they do.
They sometimes want to take their game plan out. Garrett, they like to take their best running back out of their game plan,
Doesn't make sense to me.
Which confuses me.
When the Titans lean on Derrick Henry, they look unbeatable. But they don't lean on him that much. I don't know why. The first series of the second half, they came out and Henry rushed right down the field and just ran all over Carolina and got a touchdown. And then the next series,
they didn't use him at all.
I don't know. That was sort of some bad
play
calling,
fix
maybe.
Your kicking woes.
The kicking woes and maybe some play calling there a little bit. We had Cleveland at Denver. Poor
Cleveland's season is over.
Yeah.
They need to clean the house, specifically on the head coaching position.
Yeah,
Freddie Kitchens, I believe,
is
way over his head.
He is way over his head. Cleveland is probably the most disappointing team. They've got the most talent and have done the least amount with it of any team.
I feel like they need to hire someone that's experienced and who has had experience coaching.
Yeah, somebody
they need
that
a new
can handle the
offensive
talent.
system.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
the one they got right now is not working.
That stinks. Yeah, it stinks. We had Houston go to Jacksonville. Houston flexed a little bit on 26-3.
Well, no, J.J. Watt, no problem for the Texans.
Gardner Minshew there had a little problem, and
quite a problem against Houston's defense.
And then as of now, he is again the backup quarterback.
Minshew Mania has officially concluded.
It has concluded. They are bringing back
Nick Foles.
Nick Foles to be the starting quarterback.
First time we've heard of him since like week 1.
Yeah. So we'll see what he does when he gets back in there.
Now let's see what Deshaun Watson will do with the 6-3 Texans with a half-game lead over the Colts.
Mm-hmm. We got the Washington Redskins went to Buffalo, and Buffalo won 24-9.
Washington's offense is terrible.
They're pretty bad.
They haven't scored a touchdown in 13 quarters of football.
How many?
13 quarters.
13 quarters. That's like what? 1, 2, 3. That's over 3 games, man. You ain't scored a touchdown in over 3 games.
This is as bad of a Redskin team as I could remember.
Recall. I think this is the worst one we've seen. Yeah. We had Minnesota go to Kansas City. Woo, man!
That was a really suspenseful game.
That was a suspenseful, exciting game. So we picked Kansas City because I just didn't think Kansas City could lose 3 in a row. At home. I just didn't think it could happen.
They won on a game-winning field goal.
So they won on a game-winning field goal. Yeah.
And
so
Kirk Cousins
26-23.
continues to struggle against above 500 teams.
Yeah. Yeah.
That just seems like the norm with
It
him.
just seems like the norm. We'll just sort of see how it goes. And then we have had our shocker of the week, our upset of the week. We had the football New York Jets go to Miami. Miami won, dude.
I've got so many questions, yet so few answers from that.
Yeah, I
Adam
don't know.
Gase needs to go now.
Yeah, he's not having very much luck with the Jets there either.
How do you lose to the Dolphins?
I don't know. How'd the Cowboys lose to the Jets?
Big Al,
we feel for you, Big Al. Man, the
with
Jets.
this terrible team.
That's a nightmare right now.
It's a nightmare right now.
Yeah.
You couldn't ask for any worse of a start.
Uh-uh.
I feel like the Jets need to fire Adam Gase and just get a new guy in there.
I mean, it's not going to hurt anything right now.
It's not going to hurt anything right
You
now.
couldn't get a whole lot worse.
You could not get a whole lot worse than what happened Sunday.
No.
They just looked, unfortunately, very hapless.
We had the Super Bowl bound Chicago Bears, at least that's what everybody was saying at the first of the year, go to Philly and
Speaking of terrible,
lose. Man, Trubisky, baby. Mitchell.
Trubisky.
Why did they take him so early in the draft, man?
They could have had Deshaun Watson and
Or-
Patrick Mahomes.
But they got
Trubisky.
Trubisky. Ugh. Poor Chicago. In other news, our Philly is a little bit back on track now. They're only a game back of the lead in their division, so.
So, the Bears' offense is dragging the team back.
Yes, because they do have a pretty good defense. We had Indy at Pittsburgh, and this is why Houston has a half-game lead. Pittsburgh beat Indy. That was a surprise to me, too.
Well,
to be honest.
Jacoby Brissett went down with a mild MCL sprain in the first quarter of that game, and Pittsburgh kind of took advantage.
They took advantage. That's what you do. If the best team if the best player on one team goes down, you got to take them. You got to take them on top, man. And that's what they did.
And people are questioning Adam Vinatieri and his 26th season. There have been rumors swirling around about them releasing Adam because, well, to be honest, he's in his 26th season.
I saw a meme that said that the Colts have 3 losses now.
Yeah.
Sorry. I heard that the Colts don't have 3 losses because Andrew Luck left. It's because Adam Vinatieri stayed. That's sort of cold.
Yeah.
That's sort of cold, but that's funny.
But Pittsburgh has gotten themselves right back on track.
They got themselves right back on 26-24 win. We had Detroit go to the Oakland Raiders, and the Raiders pulled one out there at the end. That was a back-and-forth game.
I'll tell you one thing.
That was a high-powered shooting game.
Oakland's secondary may be bad, but the Lions' defense is dragging them behind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking like
Don't the
dragging
Lions
them
always
behind.
aren't they always behind on something? Either they don't have a good offensive line, or they don't have good wide receivers, or they don't have a good running back, or they don't have a good defense. They're always lacking something. They can never put the whole package together where they actually have
I'm
a
not
full
talking
team.
about the regular dragging down the street. I'm talking dragging it down the road.
You're talking
tied
really the last
to
one.
the legs and having the dead horse just get beat up over and over and over by the gravel as you drive it.
That is horrible. We had talk about exciting games. We had some pretty good games. We had Tampa Bay at Seattle. Tampa Bay should won, but man, Wilson flexed some muscles, didn't he? I mean,
He carried the Seahawks
that went
to victory.
Overtime. I hate the way the overtime is in the NFL. Seattle got the football, went right down, got a touchdown, game over. Tampa Bay had 0 to say, except for their defense couldn't stop Wilson there in the last of it. So their offense had 0 say in the overtime. I think something needs to be changed
there
on
has
that.
to be something changed about the overtime rule.
I
But
don't much like it, yeah.
Winston did gift us one turnover. Very well. It's unfortunate that he didn't give us any more than that.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of cooking going on in the Winston turnover kitchen. Just one fumble turnover was all he had. We had Green Bay and the shocker of the week.
Green Bay got completely humbled by the Chargers.
To the Chargers, and the Chargers looked like they should have looked the entire year.
Really good.
But really good. But next week, the Chargers will lose to somebody that they shouldn't lose to.
Oh, Chargers.
Oh, Chargers.
Chargers.
And then our other shocker of the week, Sunday Night Football.
All right. Do you want to just shout in, like, vicarious or like just shouting joy or something.
What's that SpongeBob? Ooh!
Victory,
Victory
screech!
screech! New England went to Baltimore and lost badly. I mean, New England was they were at halftime. It was 24-20 Baltimore. It was a close game, fighting back and forth. In the second half, the Patriots scored
0 points.
0 points in a whole half. I mean,
How do you shut them out in the second half?
I mean, I thought Baltimore's defense was decent, but I didn't think they were that good.
We may have to pay attention to the Ravens this year.
We're going to have to pay. The Ravens are again. They're hot and cold. They're hot and cold. Right now, they're hot. So we'll just stick with them being hot.
But Lamar Jackson proved himself to be a valuable piece to the offense.
He definitely is, yeah.
2 rushing touchdowns against the Patriots defense, along with a passing touchdown.
Yeah.
Plus, the defense made a few plays here and there that kept the victory.
And New
intact
England wasn't giving up touchdowns. So
the whole season.
So that was an impressive win. That might have been as much as a matchup win as it was anything, because I studied a little bit, and New England, the biggest majority of their defensive plays is man. They play manned coverage, man to man, and Lamar Jackson's strength
is against man-to-man
is
defense.
against man-to-man defense, because they keep the field open and he can run.
And you got a quarterback that can run,
and you got a quarterback
strong
to
run
run.
game.
So I think that was a very bad matchup for New England.
Baltimore was a bad matchup.
Baltimore was a bad matchup. And hopefully we'll get a few more bad matchups, at least one in the playoffs, and I'll be fine sometime around the room. On a Monday Night Football, we had my Cowboys go to the Giants.
And
thank you for the Black Cat. That turned
the game around.
Turned the game around. Cat came out right across the field.
It's
Dallas
a black
was looking a black cat. Yeah, I think he's an honorary member of the Cowboys team now. I think
the Black Cat.
The Black Cat. Yeah, they've already made a football card of him. He's got a number and stats for the game and everything. Dallas won 37-18, and it was close up until that cat ran across. So we can make fun of it, but that's what happened. Okay, we'll go ahead and jump into Week 10, do some predictions for you. Starting out with Thursday night, we got those L.A. Chargers at Oakland.
It's going to be a battle between 2 mediocre teams.
The Chargers aren't going to win 2 in a row.
You wanna bet Oakland?
I got to take Oakland. I told the Chargers flex the muscles against Green Bay. They're going to lose this week.
The Chargers.
The Chargers, they're going to lose. I mean, I would be tempted to take them against. I would be tempted to take Washington or the Jets or Miami against them, because the Chargers are going to win 2 games in a row. They should, but will they? No. We got Buffalo at Cleveland. Man, that should be a good game, really.
Yeah, that should be.
Both of those teams are really matched evenly. They're similar in all phases,
but
except for Buffalo wins more than Cleveland does. But as far as team-wise go, they got a really similar team.
In terms of coaching and, momentum, I'm going to give the nod to the Bills.
Yeah, well, Cleveland's actually favored by 2.5, but they're at Cleveland, so that means Buffalo would be favored on a neutral side and by 3.5 in Buffalo. So, yeah, we'll take a little Buffalo on that one, just because we're disappointed in Cleveland, and they just haven't shown they could do anything. We got Kansas City at Tennessee.
With the possibility of Mahomes returning.
Mahomes is supposed to be back this week.
And with Patrick Mahomes, I say without a doubt Chiefs.
Yeah.
But if there's no Patrick Mahomes next week, then
we might take Tennessee, yeah. But I think Kansas City wins, though. I'm a Tennessee fan. I like Tennessee a little bit. They're not my favorite anything, but I got a soft spot for them. So, but Kansas City's probably going to win that one. We got a tough matchup for your boys. Carolina at Green Bay.
Coming off a loss.
Green Bay coming off a loss.
You got to face Aaron Rodgers like your team did this year. I'm going to have to eat a piece of the Aaron Rodgers cheesecake.
I'm going to have to eat some Green Bay humble pie and pick Green Bay. Now you never know. There might be. The Packers aren't going to win. They're going to lose 2 in a row. We just, yeah.
Why Aaron Rodgers?
Why Aaron Rodgers at this time? We got another good matchup. That's going to be it's a tough matchup for my team. Minnesota at Dallas.
Coming off a loss.
Minnesota coming off a loss, but they are going to Dallas, which is
But
coming
Kirk
off of a win.
Cousins struggles against 500 teams.
Yeah, so I'm going to pick Dallas. Dallas is favored by 3. I'll pick Dallas by that 3. So, actually, I think they'll win by a little more than 3, maybe 4 or 5 points. They'll win by
Because
27,
this is Kirk Cousins we're talking about.
This is Kirk Cousins. And Dallas, more than Dallas's offense still doesn't look fantastic, but their defense
Picking up a little
is
bit.
picking up some speed a little bit. They've had some players of the week and stuff like that, so they've had some pretty good stuff going on. We got Detroit at Chicago. Oh, gosh, who's going to lose that one? Both of them are coming off a loss.
Do you think Trubisky wastes another effort from the defense? Do you want to pick Detroit?
I'd probably pick Detroit, yeah. Chicago's imploding. I don't know if the team has any confidence in Trubisky now.
I've heard
If your team doesn't have
rumors.
confidence in your quarterback, then
I've heard people say on the internet calling Mitchell Trubisky Mitchell Trashisky or something.
Trash Bisky.
Trashbisky.
Oh,
That's
I
what I've
feel
heard on the
feel
internet.
sorry for him. They
Yeah.
should have never put him in that kind of situation. But yeah, Detroit. We got Baltimore at Cincinnati. Baltimore. There's not a question of
there's
that,
not a
is there?
question. They're
That's
coming off a win against New England.
Well, that's 10 plus points. I mean, but especially with Cincinnati doing the backup quarterback.
Yeah, that is a L.
I'll
Can
take
I
care.
spell? Can you spell L?
Baltimore is going to Cincinnati to bring them their L. They're being polite, bringing the L, taking it to them. Atlanta and New Orleans. New Orleans. I mean, what that's a 2-touchdown game too. Atlanta's got to go all the way to New Orleans to get that L. They ain't even been nice to them. They're making them come down to New Orleans to get the L. It's horrible. We got the Giants at the Jets. The Battle of the Meadowlands.
Okay, Dad, I'm gonna take a long shot and just
E-T-S, Jets. We'll pick the Jets. Yeah, I hope the Jets turn it around. Arizona at Tampa Bay.
I say this is going to be a contested battle.
Tampa Bay is going to make it a little tougher for Arizona.
But I think Arizona squeaks the win out.
Tampa Bay's favored by 4, so you would have plus 4 points on that one.
Do you want us to pick different teams?
Arizona plus 4. Hey, we'll go Arizona plus 4. We got Miami at Indy. Indy by 10 plus points.
Yeah, Miami's high on themselves after a win.
Indy coming off of a loss at home.
There's no way the Colts lose.
There's no way that is it. We got the Rams at Pittsburgh.
Do you think Pittsburgh's momentum keeps going, or do you think it's stopped at a halt?
Nah, I think the Rams win this one. Rams got too much talent. They can pull it together. They just got too much talent. It should be a good game though. And then we got Monday Night Football, the last one of the week, which should be another good game. Seattle at the
San Fran
undefeated
49ers.
for the last undefeated team
Who would have
in
thought?
the NFL. Had 4 wins last year.
Talk about turning a corner.
And honestly, I'm going to pick San Francisco.
Pick the Niners.
Seattle has been leaning on Wilson for so much.
Eventually, something's got to break.
I think San Francisco's got a good enough defense to take away, at least not completely take away Wilson, but take away enough to where they can win. So that's it. That is NFL football for
Send us a like.
9 and 10. Send us a like.
Put us a thought down below.
Hit subscribe. Share us with your friends.
Spread the love.
And hit the groovy baby button somewhere over
On
on
my
Austin's head.
face.
Other than that, we're done for NFL this week.
See you next week.
Later.